Good morning. I am Dr. S.N. Bakshi and here I am with you to present a very interesting video on another ancient monastery. To reach Mangyu Monastery, you have to start from Leh and proceed towards the Kargil Road, NH1. And once you arrive to a place called Ulitokpo, it is a eco center, and from Ulitokpo there is a diversion route and there is a motorable road which leads to first Mangyu village and subsequently to the monastery. So from the parking lot you head towards the main monastery, and while doing so you first cross a very large praying wheel, and then after crossing that particular praying wheel you have a standard path. It's a very narrow path, and that path leads to the monastery, different temples that are present in this monastery. So now we are following the circumambulatory route to the monastery, and as we proceed further, we are literally sandwiched between the two rows of the houses that are on the either side of this particular circumambulatory route, and this route gradually starts going into small forest area where there are a lot of poplar trees that are present around, and then you slowly step up, and this as you go up you are one by one approaching different buildings, and these buildings are adjacent to the monasteries. Now you will be amazed to see these old buildings have very interesting material that were used about a 10th century earlier, and they are made of straw, clay, soil, and very little bit of rocks here and there. As you proceed further, then you pass through a passage or a walkway, and this walkway leads you to a complex of the temples, and these complex of the temples have actually 4 different temples at one premise. These temples are known as Chenrezig temple, and other than that you have Vairocana temple, a temple as 2 major ones right in front of you, and there are 2 chapels, each of 4-armed and 2-armed Maitreya Buddha. The Chenrezig temple is basically Avalokiteshvara temple, and if you see on the right side, the Vairocana temple is basically the Dhyani Buddha temple. In Chenrezig temple, prior to having established Avalokiteshvara statue, it was basically Sakyamuni Buddha temple with a very nice mural of Sakyamuni that is also present in this particular temple.
Yes, sir.
As we enter further, we enter into Vairocana temple. In our front, we see a beautiful statue of Vairocana, 4-headed Vairocana, and along with the Vairocana, in that entire consort, we have 2 rows of offering goddesses and different poses, and then we also have the 4 more Dhyani Buddhas, but they are not visible because of the glass cabinet that has been used here. Apart from that, we have on the left wall a large mandala, which is a Vajradhatu mandala. Though it is slightly damaged, yet it is perfectly understandable. Then there are some paintings of Mahakala that we see in the bottom, and then Sakyamuni Buddha on top. We also have on the right wall another large circular Vajradhatu mandala, and also we have a third different kind of mandala, that is a kind of a Mitupa mandala that we came to know from the monks over there. So the interior of the Vairocana temple is slightly different from what we see in case of the Alchi monastery. One striking difference is the Manjushri mandala that we see in case of Alchi and also in case of Sumda, and that particular kind of mandala is not found in Mangyu. So in center we have very elegant Vairocana stucco statue, and there are 3 goddesses on either side. Dhyani Buddha, Ratnasambhava, Akshobhya, Amitabha and Amoga Siddhi were not seen from the front. Their images were taken from other sources. The entrance of this particular temple is been protected by a wrathful blue deity. That there are two peculiarities in particular. The protector is adorned with beautiful shawls displaying typical Ladakhi tie-dye patterns, and in his right hand he holds a knife or like a dagger with an interesting blade of Indo-Tibetan shape, tip of which is rather unique, equipped with Vajra-like structure. Now comes the Vajradhatu Mandala, which is present on the walls of this temple. As you will see, the central deity is of Vairocana, and on four ends of the Vairocana there are spinning goddesses, the main goddesses, and there are four cardinal directions in which you have the four Dhyani Buddhas, and each Dhyani Buddha has four each bodhisattvas of the family which is surrounding the particular deity. In the four corners we have offering goddesses. In the entrance we have a very unique kind of Mithupa Buddha Mandala. There are actually five deities in this. In the central one is blue Akshobhya, and on the four directions you have the Dhyani Buddhas. We also see the same Mithupa Mandala in Sumudachun, and perhaps it is believed they are more of the local mandalas. This mural is very prominent, and this is of Mangyu Bodhisattva, and he has 8 arms with dagger and a book. Now we enter into Avalokiteshvara temple, and right in front of us we have 11-headed and 8-armed Avalokiteshvara, which is a Bodhisattva statue is present, and this statue is a very common statue in Tibetan Buddhism, and many monasteries have this. On the left we have little distorted Vajradhatu Mandala. There are few more mandalas here and there, but the more important part is on the right wall has a very large, about 12 feet diameter mandala, and this is a very typical Vajradhatu mandala that we have also seen in Alchi. There are also murals of Sakyamuni Buddha of different poses with different colors. There is also a collection of old lipis or the literatures that translated versions are kept over here. They are used for the purpose of chanting. This temple was once upon a time a Sakyamuni temple, and it was kept like that. But if you see that Sakyamuni statue was over the time damaged, there are some reminiscences present on the wall.
इस दुकान में थापा चुसी जल है सर सामने, और पीछे भगवान बुद्ध का बड़ा सा मूर्ति है। ये बहुत ये उनका पूजा है सर, और उनका सिर्फ श्री
This particular mural of 8-armed Manjushri is also present on a wall. So now we leave the Avalokiteshvara temple and then gradually head towards the left side of this particular complex, where we will now enter into two-arm Maitreya chapel, and there is a very small gate, wooden gate. Once we enter, then we have a complete large life-size statue of Maitreya Buddha, which is a future Buddha. And if you see this particular statue, then you will see that it is completely covered by many ornaments, and these ornaments are also on the headgear or the crown that you see, also on the hands, on the neck, around the waistline, and also in every part of the body. Now, if you see on the right and left side panel of this particular statue, then you will essentially see Manjushri, Avalokiteshvara, and most likely one protection god, Vajrapani. And otherwise, in this small chamber, you must have had many mandalas, but those mandalas are now completely destroyed, so you won't be able to make out any other mural in this small temple. Towards the right side of the complex, there is another chapel of four-armed Maitreya Buddha. Now this is far more decorated relative to the previous one, and you can make out that the headgear or the crown is beautifully ornamented. A gem embedded necklace, waistband, and also some ornaments on the arms and legs. It is wearing a dhoti, and the dhoti has many beautiful paintings, but now they are totally destroyed. Come out of the complex, and as you proceed further, you have a series of praying wheels, which are very old, and that goes on until you reach a stupa, a last stupa. So that stupa, once you enter, you have khatas or the white scarves as a religious symbol towards the entrance. Upon entering further, you have the real stupa inside, and the best part is that under that stupa, if you look above the ceiling, then you have many paintings of Kashmiri style, especially that of Gautam Buddha and some kings of that time, and other paintings that are seen here. There are many miniaturized Buddha paintings onto the wall of this stupa, but unfortunately they have been withered out. Little away from this particular premise, you will be able to see another stupa or chertan that is called as four sculpture chertan. This chertan has been renovated, and what you can perhaps see inside is another replica of the excellence of artwork in Mangyu. Now, what I basically you found here are four sculptures of Buddha goddess, and importantly, there are many thangtas, or there are many wall paintings. If you also look at the ceiling has also very good artwork, and this artwork is also what you see in Sumstek of Alchi, and in Sumdachun Monastery, the particular chertan that is present outside. Now, what are the paintings? The paintings are primarily of green Tara, Avalokiteshvara, and of different forms, Dhyani Buddha and Vajrapani, the protection god. They are mainly the ones, but there are other paintings also. From the monastery, you can have a great view of a hill in the front of you, and what is important, there is a little bit of snow on the slopes, and perhaps you can see below the snow there is a cave. This cave is a very sacred cave, and this is known as Guru Rinpoche cave or Guru Padmasambhava cave. He has chosen this location for his long years of meditation, and that's why this cave is very ritualistically important and also is a good tourist spot. In order to reach here, there is a strenuous trekking for few kilometers, and once you have arrived here, you have a very nice panoramic view of the Mangyu village and Mangyu Monastery. This also shows a beautiful valley of this particular village. Entering the cave, you have two notices hanged there, and if someone can help me in translating this, I would be really happy. Now, puja.
San lang de mi yo dune shmo ga sang mang du pa.
Du por du ji pe mek ta se sim je din ja hang du ko.
San la du pa na ning na man.
Mangyu provides a great opportunity for the trekkers because there are certain religious and pilgrim trails that are still available for common people to take up this trek. This moderate trail that is between Mangyu and the Tar village. Tar village is considered by Government of India, by local administration, as one of the best eco-friendly village which is still maintaining the heritage of the Ladakhi people. You have two moderate passes to cross and it takes approximately 4.5 to 5 hours to reach. In fact, you can do the entire Tar village trekking and return within a day. The very enthusiastic youth of Mangyu village have created an association known as Mangyu Youth Association or Lamzang Kunthus Sukspa. And this association is actively engaged in many social functions and events and activities in different villages. The first that they have done was the village-wide cleanliness drive, and they are also very actively engaged in renovating the different stupas in and around Mangyu village. And I am leaving you with some visible evidence of their efforts.
Imashinu, Janze,